It's May 2021. I'm walking around the St. Louis Union Station complex when I spot it. The Hollywood Beach, one of only 3 Sun Lounge cars built for the Seaboard Airline in 1956. Little did I know, just 4 months later, I would be able to share this gem of American passenger railroading with the world. So come join me on board one of the most unique rail cars in America and some behind the scenes of how a private car is added to an Amtrak train. So come join me on this rare private car experience. Welcome to Kansas City, Missouri, known distinctively for its beautiful fountains and delicious barbecue throughout the city. It is also a city rich with history in American railroading and has a beautiful train station to back it up. Just east of the station is the Main Street Bridge, which carries the Kansas City streetcar as well as road traffic. But the best part about this bridge is the pedestrian walkways on each side with unobstructed views of the BNSF main line. Another place to catch the BNSF action is this awesome pedestrian overpass, which is connected with Union Station. Kansas City Union Station is truly an awesome space, and hopefully within the next few years, there will be more efficient, frequent, and reliable train service to this beautiful train station. Well, I'm gonna go grab some barbecue. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for our long journey to Chicago on board Amtrak. Welcome back to Kansas City Union Station, where this morning we're going to be boarding Amtrak's Missouri River Runner, a state-funded train which runs between Kansas City and St. Louis, Missouri. There are currently 2 eastbound and 2 westbound Missouri River Runner trains. Today we will be boarding train 314, the morning departure for St. Louis. This train set will not only take us to St. Louis on the Missouri River Runner, but also to Chicago on the Lincoln service. On the head end of this train today is a Siemens SC44 Charger diesel locomotive. This particular locomotive was purchased as part of a joint order between multiple Midwestern states. These locomotives are going to have a heavy influence in the future of passenger railroading in America. Now, today's train will feature as unique of a consist that you will find on a modern-day Amtrak train. While, granted, this is nowhere near as exciting as back in the day when Amtrak trains featured heritage equipment from former passenger railroads, this train does feature every type of single-level car that Amtrak currently utilizes. For the first leg of this trip down to St. Louis, we will be riding in an Amfleet 2 long-distance coach. These coaches are usually found on Amtrak's single-level long-distance trains, such as the Lakeshore Limited and the Silver Service trains. These cars seat 60, compared to an Amfleet 1 or Horizon coach, which seat over 72 passengers. The positive of having fewer seats means more legroom and recline for the customer. On long trips, you really begin to appreciate this. Each seat features a tray table, seat back storage, and a footrest. There are 2 power outlets, which clearly are not in the best position for a customer sitting on the outer seat. This will hopefully be addressed on the fleet's replacement. For those with carry-on luggage, there are cubbies at the vestibule end of each car, as well as overhead space throughout. Also at this end of the car are 2 restrooms, and ample space for those who need it. I was craving a snack, so I decided to head over to my favorite car on this train. Today's Cafe Business Class car. These cafe cars usually have gone through different layouts and modifications. And today's Cafe Business Class car, 48164, is no exception. These cars are utilized on smaller routes where the need for a full business class car is not necessary. Business class is separated by the mid-car galley and features a more private experience. Stay tuned for a ride on this product, coming soon. Most of the scenery on the trip is the beautiful farmland of Missouri, as well as the occasional Union Pacific freight train. The Missouri River Runner operates over the former Missouri Pacific line, and its history can be seen in almost every town we stopped in. Soon enough, the small farm towns fade away, and we arrive into St. Louis, Missouri, the destination for the Missouri River Runner. As we pull into the Gateway Station, we can see our private car for the ride to Chicago, positioned on the Y track leading to the St. Louis Union Station. But have you ever wondered what it takes to add a private rail car to the back of an Amtrak train? Well, let's go find out today. The Hollywood Beach entered service for the Seaboard Airline Railroad in 1956 for use on the flagship train, the Silver Meteor, which ran between New York and Miami. The Hollywood Beach is about as unique of a Pullman sleeping car that you will find. The Hollywood Beach and its two sister cars are the only ones to feature this beautiful sun lounge with windows that wrap around the roof of the car. The car served for the Seaboard Airline until its merger with the Atlantic Coast Line in October 1967, which led to the renaming of this car to the Sunray. The now named Sunray was acquired by Amtrak in 1971, but just 10 years later, it was retired, and its future was left uncertain. Unlike many cars, which met the scrapper's torch, the Hollywood Beach was able to survive. For the next 25 years, the car was under the ownership of various groups and individuals. In 2016, a gentleman named Keith White purchased the car. Keith, a lifelong railroader himself, has dedicated his retirement to this beautiful rail car. Soon, the equipment for our Lincoln Service train to Chicago backs onto the Y track to pick up the Hollywood Beach. This was the same train that just brought us from Kansas City on the Missouri River Runner, minus the two Viewliner baggage cars which were dropped off. Prior to coupling up, the conductor clears the chocks from under the wheels, and the coupler is moved into position. The car can now be added to the train. With the car now added to the consist, the train will now be positioned for our departure later this evening. To showcase the current state of passenger rail in the United States, our train will depart from the lovely Gateway facility within walking distance of the St. Louis Union Station complex, which has been turned into a mixed-use space featuring restaurants, a hotel, and other attractions. But the real question is, will it ever see rail service again? We shall see. No matter what station you board at, walking down the platform and seeing this as your ride is a truly amazing experience. Riding in a Pullman rail car in the 21st century is truly a treat. I can't help but think about all the high-profile travelers or the crazy amount of miles this car has accumulated since 1956. The train departs St. Louis with some stunning views of downtown and the arch glistening in the setting sun. The Sun Lounge offers a super comfortable and cozy experience for its patrons. Plush seating allows you to enjoy the views with unmatched comfort. Also along for the ride is a gentleman named Brad. Like myself, he jumped on the opportunity to ride this unique railcar. One major modification made to this car was converting what was originally just a bar galley into a fully functioning kitchen. It was in here where Keith whipped us up a delicious chicken dinner, with a nice cheesecake for dessert. This delicious meal was paired nicely with a stunning Midwestern sunset, a perfect end to a long day on the rails. Owning a private rail car is no small feat. It takes a special kind of person to fork out the cost of not only owning the car, but keeping it in such impeccable condition. I raise my glass to Keith for the time and effort he puts into this car, so people like myself can go for the occasional joyride. Now, if you would like the opportunity to ride this rail car, I'll leave a link in Keith's contact information in the description down below. If you enjoyed this special experience, let me know by liking the video and leaving a comment down below.